Under Overvoltage Test Room. On the Start page of the software, by clicking on Under Overvoltage Test from Special Test subcategory into the environment related to testing numbers 27 and 59 voltage functions. This room is designed to simplify testing the mentioned functions and create various states automatically. Under Overvoltage Test Room is composed of 6 main windows of Instrument Test, Detailed View, Signal View, Table View, Report and Measurement View, and for a better analysis and examination, it's possible to add other windows such as Vector View from the menu at the top. To begin, different information such as relay type, serial number, station name, feeder, bay, number, and the name of the device manufacturer must be entered in Test Object section. The date of performing the test in AD, the information of the performer of the test, and the information of the supervisor of the test are entered in Date, Tested by, and Approved by fields respectively. This information will be used in the final report. In Test Settings section, the intended function is selected from among OV and UV in Function Type field. Also, the secondary nominal voltage and the operation mode are selected from among OR and AND in VNOM secondary and operation mode fields respectively. If the mentioned functions need a current value to operate, such as minimum current element, it's possible to check Enable Current option and select the necessary current value. If the intended connection of the user is Open Delta connection, they can check Open Delta option. Every time Insert Row is pressed, a row in Data Table is created in accordance with the number of voltage stages entered in the relay to enter the information of every stage. In the created row, the stage number is entered in Stage Number, and in V Setting section, the amount of the voltage setting for the mentioned functions are entered. In Voltage Type section, the voltage calculation algorithm is specified, which can be in form of phase to earth or phase to phase. Also, the time settings are entered in Time Settings section. Reset ratio is the reference considered for measuring the amount of reset voltage. Tolerance time is the amount of the accepted time error in form of percentage, and tolerance voltage determines the amount of the accepted voltage error in the result of the test. The settings related to states, binaries, pickup, and drop-off are entered in Testing tab. Also, it's possible to specify the voltage change condition from among continuous ramp and step ramp in State Type section. In a State Pickup Dropout Termination section, the condition for ending the pickup and drop-off is selected in form of a separate contact such as C2 or pressing a space key or the trip contact. The conditions for recording the trip is specified in a State Trip Termination section. Also, it's possible to consider a different binary input for recording pickup drop-off or trip-in hardware configuration section. By pressing Add Row key in Test Plan section, new rows are added for the test in accordance with the stages created in Test Object. If Continuous Ramp option is checked in State Type section, the settings are as follows. In a Stage Number section, it is possible to specify the stage number of the function operation. In Fault Type section, the fault type for every phase or combination of phase is selected. In Time Test section, it's specified that whether the user wishes the voltage function operation time to be estimated or not. In V-Test section, the voltage in which the relay operation time is going to be examined is entered. In PU Test and DOU Test sections, it's specified that whether the user wishes to perform these two tests or not. In PU Val Assess section, the evaluated value from the pickup voltage is entered, and in PU Start section, the start point of the voltage test is specified. PU End and DOU End stand for the final voltage value in the pickup and drop-off respectively. In Total section, the time duration considered for every pickup or out drop-off state is entered. The longer the time, the more continuous paces. If a step ramp option is selected in a State Type section, instead of total column, DTPU, which is the time duration considered for every voltage change pace in pickup states, DU/DOU, which is the time duration considered for every voltage change pace in drop-off states, and DV, which is the amount of the voltage change paces, are specified. After entering the mentioned values by clicking on Init Test, the user can view the states that are created in Table View, and in Measurement View, in Time Assessment and Ramp Assessment windows, see that the values are entered as the test result evaluation. It should be noted that by selecting any state and pressing the middle button of the mouse, the user can view the details related to that state. Running the test and analyzing the results. As an example, here an overvoltage function with 76 volts are the setting and 4 seconds as the time setting in MyCam P141 relay is tested. After applying the necessary setting in the relay, the configuration is specified as it can be seen. For this purpose, LEDs 1 and 4 of the relay are configured to show the pickup and the trip of this function respectively. In the Output Contacts section, R4 is specified as the contact for recording the pickup. Moreover, R6 output contact in the relay is configured as a trip contact. To run the test, by opening a new window in Over/Under Voltage Room, after entering the primary information such as the relay type, serial number, station name, feeder bay, name, and the manufacturer company, as an example, function OV is selected and the secondary voltage is set as 110 volts and or is selected as the operation mode so that the results are recorded with the pickup or trip of any of the phases. Since here there is no need for current injection, enable current option is not enabled. Also, since here open delta connection is not the case, open delta option is not selected either. In data table stage 1 is selected and the voltage setting is set at 76 volts, and LN is selected in voltage type section. The time setting of the relay is 4 seconds, which is entered in time setting section. Now by going to the state setting in testing section, continuous ramp option is selected. Here binary C2 and C1 are selected to record the pickup and drop and record the trip respectively. Since the purpose of the overvoltage element test is to test all 3 phases, full type option is set at L1E, L2E, L3E. 80 volts is entered in VTest section, which is bigger than the voltage specified in the relay settings, and the relay must give a trip in this voltage. Also by selecting Yes in PU test and DOU test section, pickup test and dropout will be done. In PU val assess section, the approximate estimation of the value expected for the pickup, which is 75.5, is entered. The test voltage start value and the final voltage value for the pickup test are specified in PU start and PU end sections respectively. DOU end is the final voltage value for ending the dropout test. The total time is entered in total section. Now Init Test button is pressed so that the states are created in Table View in accordance with the entered information. After running the test, the results of the evaluation can be viewed in Measurement View window, Time Assessment and Ramp Assessment tabs. In the end, after running the test, it's necessary to add the results to report, which is done by pressing Add to Report. Also, if you wish to add specific parts of the test to the report or delete or edit the report, you need to use Add to Report cog. By clicking on this cog, the item that can be added to the report are displayed as checked checkboxes, and if you wish any of them not to be added to the report, uncheck the intended checkbox. It should be noted that after doing the test, the results are not automatically added to the report, and after doing every test, it's necessary to manually add the results of the performed test to the output report by pressing Add to Report before clearing the test.